Now, my camera bag is a little bit different. It's going to be set up a little bit differently than what you're used to seeing online. My camera bag is a mobile workstation first and camera second, because I want to be able to pick up this bag and go anywhere and be able to work as if I was in my home office like I am now and be just as productive. So some of the stuff been swapped out, some of the stuff been swapped in. There's a few things I'm probably going to take out of here because I'm at a stage now where I'm concerned about the older I get, I don't want back problems. So I want to make the bag a little bit lighter. But let's talk about it. How's it going? Digital DIY Geek here, and welcome back to sbsprofits.com. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what's in my camera bag. I know it's totally different from what this channel is about, but honestly, I want to start creating more content that I actually want to create and not just the content that I think I have to create. So with that being said, let's dig in. We're going to start with the front pockets. Now in here, it's really simple, to be honest with you. This is just cables. Like I have a ton of cables. Like these cables are for, well, this is USB-C to USB-C. So I use this with anything that's USB-C related. This is USB-C to Lightning. This right here, I use this cable. This is for something I'm going to show you a little bit later on in this video. This is for my Apple Watch, and this is for my laptop. We're gonna just drop that stuff on the floor. We're gonna keep digging. Now this is my power brick that I use. This power brick, I have no clue what the name of it is. I will try to link up the things that I have down below, but honestly, this isn't really the purpose of this video. I just really want to create this video. So I'll do my best to link up the stuff below. It's not gonna be an affiliate link. It'll just go straight to the website. I'm not affiliated. I am an affiliate marketer, but honestly, with this stuff right here, it'll take me too long to try to sign up for Amazon Associate and all that other stuff. So I just want to show what I got in my camera bag. Okay, don't judge me. But this is my go-to brick. This brick is 100 watts. I'm actually finna get the one from Ugreen. I'm actually finna buy that for myself as a Christmas gift. I wasn't sure if anyone was gonna get it for me. Since they got me a lot of other cool stuff, I'm gonna treat myself to that brick, and I'm gonna do it because with this one, believe it or not, I still have ports that require USB and not just USB-C. So I still need that USB-A port up at the top. And Ugreen has one that has 3 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A. And I'll be able to use that. So I'm going to swap it out for this one. This is 100 watts. So if all I had was USB-C, then this would be great for it. But unfortunately, I don't just have USB-C. So that's my camera brick. And then up in here, I have some extra caps for my camera. I have toothpicks because I have to have toothpicks after I eat. It's just something I have to do. I have a Sony remote that goes to my old camera, which is my a6400. It never worked. This remote never worked for the Sony a7C, which is what I'm recording on right now. So not sure why I still have it in my camera bag. And I went out and bought another remote, which is this one right here, but it didn't come with a battery. So I've been forgetting to grab a battery so I can start using this remote right here. This is just, the normal standard charger from Apple. I think it's like 20 watts, supposed to be their fast charger. This cable goes to my water bottle, which is my Spark Hydra, which is just automated. It's kind of like automating your water. So it tracks how much water you drink and things like that. And you're able to look at the data over time if you geek out on that type of stuff. I have gum. I'm not a gum chewer, but sometimes people ask me if I have gum, so I keep gum up in that front pocket. And as you can see, this pocket is pretty deep. Now, this is a dongle that I use for when I want to connect my phone to USB. Like if I need to take my SD card drive and connect to my phone, that's what this is used for. It's pretty cool. This right here is my SanDisk. Now this one, what it does is it allows me to get faster speeds of download. It gives me faster download speeds on this. So I like this a lot. And it's USB-C. ProGrade got one that's a dual card slide and I want it, but the only downside to it is USB. I don't really want to deal with USB ports no more, or USB-A. I just want to deal with USB-C. I have a vitamin C. If I'm around somebody who's got a cold or something like that, I'll chug this with some water. I have this, which helps with my allergies. I have really bad allergies. I have this right here, which is just an extra case. So if I got an SD card, I don't want to just chuck it in my bag. I'll put it in here. So I keep an empty one on me in case I have to like pull my SD card out this camera and just be on the go. Then I'll put it in here, then drop this up in my bag. And I think that's it for this pocket. So I got I got 2 vitamin C's up in there. And the rest of it is probably like some coins I done chucked up in the bag at some point that I didn't want to fall out of my pocket. Now, if we come over here to this pocket, I have some Advil because, like I say, I have really bad allergies. I have a deodorant, a small deodorant, just in case if I'm running out the house and I forget my deodorant, then I have an extra one in my bag. I have another extra one, which I don't know why I have 2, which this is a good reason why I'm cleaning out my bag. So I have 2 of these in my bag, which I'm not sure why. I have a USB-C charger USB-A for when I'm in a car and I need to connect it to the car. And then this is the plug that goes with my fast charger for my camera, which is this right here. This right here, this is Sony for Z batteries. They say it's fast charging, but honestly, I really don't feel like it's fast charging. Plus, it's only one, so for it to be $100 is kind of a big price tag for this, for what it does. They should at least give you like a dual one so you can put 2 batteries on at one time. This right here is for my Panasonic. These are for my AA and AAA batteries. I use this to charge them. So a lot of the things that I have still require AA batteries. So this is what this is used for. And for my final pocket, okay, I got my keys, my car keys, be in this pocket right here. This right here, this actually goes to my camera. This is like, if I don't want to have my camera hanging around my neck where I have to pick it up, I can put it on here and it allows the camera to fall on my side, and on my side I'm able to pick it up, carry it, maybe to carry it from the side, kind of like a sling, and I don't have to detach it. And I usually have this attached to my Peak Design strap if I'm using this specific one, but I bounce between this and attaching it directly to my cage. So it just depends on what I'm doing that day or how I'm feeling, what type of mood I'm in. It's called a belay. All right, more cables, which, I mean, USB-C, this is CalDigit. This was actually to my CalDigit, but I use it as transferring things like that. This USB-C to USB, this USB-C to Lightning. I have a lot of cables. Some of these cables, honestly, I don't need anymore. I'm gonna put them in my tech survival kit. So if I need them, I'll know where they are, but having all of it in my bag doesn't make sense. This right here was the one that I was actually using. This is a 65 watt, and you can see I kept it because it has that port that I need, which is USB, and it has 2 USB-Cs. So this USB-A, there's 2 USB-Cs. So this is why I keep this. This is a 65 watt charger. Now I've actually used this a lot to charge my MacBook Pro, and it works just fine, to be honest with you. There was really no reason for me to get the other one, the other charger that I have down there, other than the fact that it's 100 watt and it'll charge everything a little bit faster because you get an extra, 35 wattage or something like that. So that's why I went with that. Then you can see I got another brick. So you can see why I need to clean out my camera bag, because all of these are bricks that honestly I really no longer need, because that's the point of having that's the point of having that 165 watts, so I don't have to carry around all of those. And then this one right here, this is a USB-C to Lightning, brand new as a backup. Again, I know way too many of the same cables. So I'm definitely going to probably keep this one in my bag just because it's brand new and it's a backup. But outside of this one, a lot of that stuff I'm finna get rid of. This right here, well, I'll show you what this goes to a little bit later. So we'll put that to the side for now. This right here is just the ZF battery just for my camera. All right, so we can put that to the side for right now. Now, if we go into the main compartment, well, it's not really the main compartment, but this is the camera compartment. We're gonna start with what I'm rocking, which is, this is the Sony a7 IV. As you can see, this is what I'm rocking. You can see I have the 16, this is the 24-70 on there. This is a Sigma lens. And then you can see that I have the cage on there, which is small grid cage. So this right here is what I take with me everywhere. And yeah, I like it. And this is the belay system right here. So if I take this, I'm able to easily snap this on. Well, normally I'm able to easily snap it on like that. And then I'm able to connect the hooks to here. And if I want my camera, I'm able to just take this button, swing it this way, and it comes right off. And I'm able to get access to my camera without needing to undo the straps or have the straps on or something like that. So that's what I use this for. So these mounting points right here for the Peak Design, it would actually go on here and here. And this would be where my camera is mounted to. And I'm able to do a quick twist, get the shot, put it back on here, and keep going with my day. So for the lens, I have the 16-35 lens on my Sony A7C, which is what I'm using right now. This is the G Master. And I wanted to get the 24-70 G Master 2 for this camera, but honestly, I couldn't justify. Like, I am a content creator. I'm not like someone who's going out, you know, like I can't pick up a photography job and that one photography job or two photography jobs pays for my gear. True enough, it could be said that, hey, these videos over time will pay for it. But at the same point in time, I just couldn't justify it, so I didn't do it. This right here is the Sony 20. This is the 20 millimeter. As you can see, it's the 20 millimeter. And this is the one, it has 1.8 aperture. So on this one, you have your aperture ring. It clicks. You have your button over here where you can turn it off and it'd be a smooth pull. And this is what I use when if I have something I want to vlog, this is what I use. This is my go-to. Now, the downside to this lens is the threading size. So I have to use step up rings rather to use my ND filter. So I'm hoping that with my 24, I'm hoping this right here is enough space, is enough, 24 millimeters is enough for me to be able to vlog comfortably. I know some people do it, but with me coming from the APS-C world, I'm used to having to, put super big lenses on there to get as much view as I can because of the 1.5 crop. And yeah, so we're going to see how that works. The next thing that I have up in here is lights. Now, this light right here this is one of the ones that I just got. So I haven't really had time to play with it, but this is the LumaCube. I have some LumaCubes already, and I have LumaCube products around here. So I like this. This is, it's a light. It's pretty cool. It gives you your RGB. It has some built-in presets that you can use, and it's 3,800 milliamps. So it's a decent it's a decent battery up in here. So you don't have to worry about it dying really fast on you. So that's my lighting source. My secondary lighting source, or should I say my primary lighting source, has always been this light right here. This one right here is, this one, for whatever reason, I really like this lighting source. I'm able to, I'm able to see it. And as you can see, this one has different modes on it as well. So I'm able to make it look like the police or something like that, or I'm able to turn it down. So then you have where you can turn it up, you can turn it down, and let's go just to a normal one. So right here, you can see this is just a normal one where I can set my Kelvin and I can go from there. So I like this. This works This works very well for me, and I'm able to mount it to the top of the camera, or I'm able to bring my Lumix Cubes tripod with me if I know I need a light source. So usually if I go out of town, I bring that with me because this is my light source and I just position it correctly. Next one is I have up in here a Peak Design strap. This Peak Design strap is the one I use. It's easily detachable and just depends on how I feel, depending upon if I use the belay or if I just attach it to the cage. Just depends on what I'm doing. I have this right here is just to simply try to keep my stuff clean, clean the screen or something like that. Like if I wanted to clean off the dust on here, make sure ain't nothing up on there, then I can use this. And that's it. I kind of like it. I have microfiber cloth as well. Now I have these two. These are expensive for no reason. But basically what one of them is this is my video color checker. And this one right here is my photo. This is my photo classic color checker, and they both have these over here for white balance and all that other cool stuff. So I keep both of these in my bag at all time. Depending upon what I'm doing, I'll use them. My audio, this is my go-to audio. This is my Sony. I like this. I don't know the name of it, but I like this Sony because it connects via my cold shoe mount. My hot shoe mount on my camera, and I don't have to worry about cables. So that's honestly the real reason why I picked it up. This, what's on it is called a dead cat. I'm not sure where that name came from, but that's what they call it. And then you can see right here, this is my actual microphone right here. So I like that, and I like the fact that I used to use, which I'm recording on top of my camera with right now, which is the Rode Video Micro Pro Plus. That's what I'm using right now on top of the Sony a7C. Now I switched to this from that one because I had a hard time getting the sound that I was looking for out of the Rode Micro Plus. Could just be me and not knowing what I'm doing, but I like the sound that I get out of here, and I'm able to manipulate the sound how I want in here. Although, if I'm being completely honest, most of the time I'm not really using the sound that I get out of here or out of there. It's just a backup for if my microphone don't work, which brings me to my next piece of audio. Now this is my audio. You can see that I have some AAA batteries up in here. Basically this is my kit, so I got an extra microphone up in here just in case something go wrong with this one, extra lapel. I got some of these if I wanted to listen to my audio back. I have these, and what goes inside of there is this right here. This is the Zoom F1. Okay, F2 B2. So BT just stands for Bluetooth. So I use this because I get really good sound quality out of here. And that's the main reason why I like this. Now, you've been listening to this right here the entire time, and I see my battery is getting low. So hopefully the battery don't down me. But this is what you've been listening to, and this is why I keep extra batteries, extra AAA batteries in here for this. So this is a 32-bit floor, which means that you don't have to really worry about peaking or being too low, because you can basically clean up everything in post without bringing up the noise in your audio. So it's pretty cool. I love this thing, and that lives inside of here. And I like this more because it detaches me from my camera. So I'm able to walk around, get up, move around, talk to you, and know that my audio levels are going to stay consistent. So that's pretty cool. All right. And the last thing I got up in this bag is the Peak Design. I got the Mist Edition too. So these are ND filters with mist built into them. And basically what the mist does is it kind of helps with the diffusion of the light. So that's basically what it does from my understanding, and at least from what I got from it. So this is both ones. One of them is 3 to 6 or whatever it is, and the other one is 9 to however many stops it is. But that's basically what it's for. These is for outside use. So these two stay in my bag. I honestly can say I don't use them as much as I thought I would. Now for this one right here, I actually have another ND filter, another Peter McKinnon ND filter for this as well. I just took it off because I was going to start using those since it had the mist built into it, but probably gonna go back to that one. So that's everything in my camera bag. A lot of this stuff I was keeping the 16 to 35 in my camera bag, but honestly I don't use the 16 to 35. I use it when I'm doing this type of stuff in the office. So I think I'm just gonna start leaving this lens at home because again I want to cut down on the weight. All right, so now if we sit there, let's make sure we don't break nothing, because that would suck. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to go into what's in essence the main compartment, which is up here. Now, as far as this bag go, I've had this bag for a good little while and it holds up nice. Honestly, I've been looking for a new camera bag, but I haven't seen any other bag that offers the flexibility and functionality of this bag. To be able, and the closest one I've seen is Peak Design, which I got that. My Peak Design bag is right here. You see what I mean by my audio quality not losing when I come out of frame? So this is my Peak Design 30 liter, but I stopped using this in favor of this because honestly I like this better than the Peak Design bag. And then with the Peak Design 2, I don't really care for those without the zippers. I think the first version was better than the second version they came out with. So with this one, I like this because the pockets are deep. As you can see, the pockets are super deep. So what do I have inside of here? I have a MX Master Mouse 2, which is this right here. I do a lot of editing with. You probably can see all those fingerprints on it. I edit a lot with this mouse. So that's the MX Master 2. I have to have it. So part of my mobile studio. This right here is my MagSafe. I like this because I have this right here and I have the cables that I need for my phone as far as anything that requires USB-C. So I have Lightning and USB-C attached to built into this. So I really like this. And I have this little button that lets me know how much power I have. Now, I have been looking at other chargers, but honestly, I haven't found one that offers more functionality than this one right here. I love this thing. I would love to have a MagSafe, but I feel like I would be going backwards. I also have a USB-A. If I needed something that take USB-A to be plugged in, then I can plug it into right there and get that charge. Now, these are my headphones of choice. I was actually using these right here. I had went out and bought these because I know how good Sony's are. These are the MX5s or something like that from Sony. I know you got the 1000s, the MX 1000 version 5. I don't know. Their names are crazy. But these are the latest Sony noise canceling headphones. And honestly, I was using these when I first got them. I thought these was amazing. But I felt bad spending $600 on a pair of headphones and not using them. So what I did was I went back to these and I use these for like when I'm in the office, in the home office, but I never reach for these in home office. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put these in my book bag. I recently did that, like I want to say a week ago. I put these in my book bag because some of the Starbucks I be at be super noisy. And I remember the noise canceling on these being so great. So I'm like, I'll put these in my book bag and I'll sacrifice the connection between devices of Apple products and things like that. I didn't last a full day. I literally put these in my book bag and the sound quality that I got from these was significantly downgraded. The noise canceling was not what I remember it being. This was not, these Sony's 5, they were awesome. Like before I got these, I loved my 4s. No, I had the 3s. I'm sorry. I never had the 4s. I had the 3s. I didn't see a significant reason to jump up, so I grabbed these when these came out because these had a lot more features, like the 2 connective devices, which never really worked good for me. So I wound up going back to these. As soon as I came home, I put these back in my book bag. I was just trying to get a smaller footprint in my book bag, to be honest with you. But these are significantly better than these in every aspect except of making phone calls. If you want to keep these on while you're making a phone call, then yeah, you're going to want these. But I'm telling you, these right here are so much better in every way, from transparency mode to like the sound quality is what really got me. And I'm not a musician. I listen to podcasts mainly on these, and I listen to my audiobooks, or I'm listening to some type of music, but I'm rarely listening to music on here. I'm mainly using these for editing podcasts or something like that. So for me to be able to tell the difference in sound quality between these two was telling. So I would never put these back in my book bag. These will always stay on this side. If heck, I would probably let one of my kids have it if they asked and I thought they would take care of it. So these are what lives in my book bag, which is the Max Pro headphones. The next thing in my book bag that I have to have is a Stream Deck. Now, you might say, why do you have a Stream Deck in your book bag? But I use this for macro keys. Like if you're into automation, if you're into like if you're editing, you might have to hit Shift Q to trim, or shift and right bracket, or shift and left bracket if you want to trim, or you might have to do some acrobatic key press. With this, all I do is push this one button. I have a specific display that come up for when I'm in DaVinci Resolve. I have a specific one if I'm on the cut page, if I'm on the multicam page. This right here is by far one of my must-haves in my bag. I also have the 32 key, which is over there on my desk. That's just a testament to how much I love the Stream Deck. This right here, this is my keyboard. This is my Keychron. The model number is K3A2. I use this for when I'm editing because I want to make sure the laptop is at eye level versus sitting down crunched over doing it. So that's why I use this, because usually when I'm editing, I don't have access to my laptop keyboard. So I use this. This is another one of those must-haves in my bag. It's a mechanical keyboard, and if you like the clicky, you'll like this. It's not as clicky as my main mechanical keyboard that's over there, which is another Keychron, but it's pretty good. This right here is a Roost. This is not the latest one. This is the Roost 2. And basically what this does is it allows me to put my laptop eye level to me. So I like it because it's a small print. I want the Roost 3 only for one reason, because this, you see, this doesn't open up as easy. So, but you sit it down, and once you sit it on the desk, you literally put your laptop in there. It sits down and it comes up to your screen, so it's eye level. And when it's here, I can't use my keyboard. So I have the Roost. If you're doing any long work, like if you're a coder, or if you're a video editor, or you're doing any long work, heck, even if you're a writer, if you're doing any type of content creation for long periods of time, you should get this. The next thing in my bag is this right here, which is what this goes to. So these two connect, and this is actually my PGY Tech. They call it the Manus Pod or something like that. But basically what this does is allow me to hold my camera. It's a mini tripod, and I really like this thing. And this desk is getting full, and that's not even including everything that's on the floor. This right here, I keep this. Again, I have to have a mobile studio. So if I'm in a car for a long period of time, I want to have access to being able to plug something up by power. So as you can see, I'm able to plug in my laptop right into here. This is 160 watts, more than enough to charge my laptop or anything else in my tech bag. So I'll plug this in. As long as the car is running, then I'm getting juice, and it's running off the alternator and not the battery. So yes, this is a must-have in my camera bag. My iPad of choice if I'm working is going to be the Pro. So this is the M1 actually. This is not the M2, but this is the M1 fully maxed out with 2 terabytes. So I have the keyboard on here, which is the Magic Keyboard. So I like this. I haven't really seen a reason to upgrade to the M2. Now, with DaVinci Resolve just being released to the iOS store, I have it on here. But as long as the M1 can handle it, then I'm not going to upgrade. But if I see where the M1 is struggling to push that software or give me the best experience, then I will be upgrading to the M2. So we can put this right here. The next thing I have in my bag is an iPad Pro. I'm sorry, this is an iPad Air. Now, my thought process behind this when I got it, as you can see, it has the Logitech keyboard on here, but my thought process behind this when I got it was I will use this as my reader, my little note-taking app and things like that. But to be honest with you, I only use this on Saturdays at my job because I don't want to be sitting up with this big laptop with this big iPad out. So I'm actually going to be taking this out of my laptop bag because I can get rid of this weight and it's a little bit healthy. So between this and the 16 to 35, I'm saving weight there. With a lot of these cables, I'm saving weight. And then we have my workhorse. This is my 14-inch MacBook Pro. This is the M1 Pro. So it's not the M1 Max. I wish it was, but this is the M1 Pro. This is what I use. If I'm setting up at Starbucks, this is what I'm using. And I'm using my 12.9 inch as an external display when I'm color grading in DaVinci Resolve. So this combo right here, I love this combination. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, I wanted to get a 16-inch MacBook Pro fully spec'd out, but honestly, a part of me is, it's like, do you really want to do that? A 16-inch, that's a big, heavy laptop. Do you really want to? So I'm still debating on that part, but I know I want to fully spec that one. So I want to see what Apple gonna do with the MacBook Pros in 2023. All right. So up here, I have my medicine case. I have more dongles. These are the things that I want to get to quickly. This is a USB-C dongle from Apple. This is for this cable right here. So if I want to if I want to plug in my iPad and hear it through here, I can. So that's what this is for. This is another USB-C cable that I use for transferring data, which I use a SanDisk. This is a 2 terabyte SanDisk, and it's supposed to have up to 1 gigabits of transfer speed, but when I did it in the Blackmagic, I was consistently getting around 700. So maybe this isn't the newest one. I'm not sure. I thought it was, but maybe it's not. Then right here, this can come out. This is for my Sony's. This is for these right here. So if my battery ever died on me, I could just use them as regular headphones. So this can actually come out my bag. I have more vitamin C's for quick access, which can come out the bag. And then I have a Samsung T7 hard drive. This is the 1 terabyte. So that's pretty cool. I use this as well. Dang. Hope that didn't break. I have my Apple Pencil up here. And I have this right here. This is just a USB-C converter to USB-A. Because believe it or not, sometimes I'm on a laptop that don't have USB-C and I need to convert my USB-C to USB-A. So that's what that's for. This right here is a Sony TUF. This is the 64 gig Sony TUF SD card. This is a UA2 card. I kind of like this. I don't really use it a lot, but I have it as a backup if I need it. Another pack of gum in case somebody asks me for gum. This right here, I'll show you this in a second. And these are just all my batteries. So I have ZF batteries. I actually have 5. I have one in the camera and I laid down one over here. And I laid down one on the desk somewhere. It's buried. Oh, here it go. So I have these 4. Honestly, you don't need this many batteries, especially for the Sony, but I mean for the ZF version, because these batteries last a pretty good while. I wind up getting these because I had got this right here, which takes 2 batteries. So this is just for my A7 IV. And I thought I was going to like it, but this Mickey, M-E-I-K-E, Mickey, I think is how they say the name. I wasn't a big fan of it. I said I was going to try the one from Sony, but honestly, I think I just prefer having my camera in a cage and leaving it at that. So that's how come I wind up with so many batteries, because my thought process was, hey, that takes 2, swap those 2 out, put 2 more in, those 2 can be on the charger, which would leave me 1 extra spare battery, but it didn't work out like that. So now I have 4 batteries that I carry around, and that is everything that's in my tech bag. That's literally everything that I carry inside of this bag. And this is the Globetrotter XC camera bag. So if you want to know what this bag is, that's what it is. Honestly, when I'm ready to get another camera bag, I'm probably just going to buy another Langley Globetrotter book bag, which is like this one, because this bag, I really like it because, like I say, did you see all the stuff that I was able to keep in this compartment on top of having my laptop? Like, there's not many other camera bags out there that offer you that type of functionality. Peak Design, my book bag over there, comes pretty close to it, but where Peak Design falls short is with this right here, being able to switch it up. Now, full disclosure, these dividers right here did not come from this book bag. This actually came from my Peter McKinnon bag. So I like my Peter McKinnon divider so much because they're so sturdy and flexible. So I was like, okay, I'll take those dividers out of there and put it in here, which is for my travel bag. I got the 35 liter or 30 liter from Peter. I think it's 35 liter from Peter McKinnon. And that bag, I don't use it every day, obviously, for obvious reasons. This bag, I think is supposed to be like a 24 liter. It's between a 21 liter and a 24 liter. One is somewhere up in there. Don't quote me. But moral of the story is, this bag, if you are not a camera person, meaning that you're not using your camera for photo shoots, video shoots, and things like that, I would highly recommend something like this, a hybrid model, versus, because what I found is with most camera bags, you either got to be full camera or you have to be full on tech. For me, I'm both. I'm a content creator, but I'm also a content marketer. So I'm always sitting in a cafe editing content, writing content, editing audio, creating audio, things like that. So with that being said, I want to make sure I have something like this. Now, the last thing that's not in my camera bag right now that I'm going to be adding to my camera bag once I figure out what's staying in my camera bag and what goes is a specific thing that I bought for me to be able to podcast on the go. So let me show you what that is. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. I got it. And this is a great example of me being able to walk away from the camera. You still hear me as clear as you did when I was in front of the camera. And there's no audio quality loss. That's the reason why I like this. Now, it's not just the 32-bit flow that I like, but any recorder that do this. I used to use the Zoom one that was just like this. That wasn't it wasn't 32-bit flow though. This right here, this is my Tascam. I'm going to actually be putting this in my camera bag because I want to be ready for whatever. So I'm going to be putting this in my camera bag. And this right here, I'm going to be putting in my camera bag as well, because sometimes with my color checkers, sometimes I don't really want it to be super difficult. I want to just be able to pull this out, take a picture of it, get my color balance custom right, and then put this back away as quickly as I took it out. And with my passport checker, sometimes it's just overly complicated for no reason. So I've been keeping this in the house because over there I have my Sony a6400 over my monitor, so I use that to check the color. But honestly, I don't really need to leave this over there because once the color is set up, it's set up. All my lights, everything in this environment stays the same. It doesn't change at all. So that's everything I have in my camera bag. I mean, yeah. Now, what's staying in my camera bag is going to be the stuff that's on the desk. I don't think I'm going to be taking no 5 batteries with me. Honestly, you'll be hard pressed if you need more than 3 batteries for a whole day of just constant filming nonstop. So I'm probably not gonna keep 5 batteries on me. My camera is gonna stay. My 16 to 35 is going to stay on this camera moving forward. My iPad is going to go in a different book bag. I'm going to create a simple Go book bag that I can just pick up, throw over me when I'm doing light work, and I don't really need the distractions of having all this extra tech with me. So that's what I'm going to be doing. As far as this right here, which is what I said I'll show you, this is just for me to pull this out and just clean my lens, my iPad screen, and things like this. So it's another version of a microfiber cloth, but I like it because it gives me a way to clean it and not have to worry about, you know, re-smearing it up and things like that, which, like I say, is pretty cool. I actually seen someone at my job with this and I liked it so much after I played with theirs, so I just got me one. But that's it. That's everything in my camera bag. This is everything that I take with me. Now it's time to start the journey of that hard conversation of letting things stay home and not feeling like I have to have everything with me at all times. I hope you enjoyed this. This is my very first video on what's in my camera bag. I'm going to actually be starting a section on my YouTube channel that is all about tech and, you know, the things I use to grow my business. If you're curious about the things I use to grow this business, to build SBS Profits, and what I take with me when I'm in cafes and things like that, then this is it. This is everything. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time. And the audio lasted, which is awesome. It did not cut off on me. I'm super grateful for that. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Till next time. Later.